Celibacy. Am I still celibate? What's going on with that? I am 110%. Good afternoon, y'all. It is Saturday, September 18th. It is about 2:40 in the afternoon, and I have a few errands to run, so we're going to go do that. I love Home Goods. I feel like I go to Home Goods like at least once a week because I'm still building up my apartment. Like, you know, I have a few things in here, but there's still tons of things that will make it home. And so I just go and see what else they got in for the week. So I want to go do that. I had a meeting super early this morning, so I kind of drug myself through that, but I also have a lot of schoolwork that I still need to do, so I'll do that later. But I want to take you all out to eat with me. There is a restaurant that I've really been wanting to try. So I want to, you know, take you all out to eat, just show you all like what it's like living here, what some of the food is like, because it's been a really, really good experience. And I also want to talk to you all about just Christian living in general. A lot of people ask me about, you know, how do you make Christian friends, and, you know, how do you build good friendships, and then how do you go about life? Like, if you stop going out to clubs, like, what do you do now? Like, what are your daily activities like? So a lot of people ask me about stuff like that. And I also wanted to update you all on my celibacy journey. Now, some people are like, celibacy, abstinence. I'm abstaining. I am abstaining from sex. So whatever you want to call it, you know, I'm abstaining until marriage. And if I do not get married, then I just plan to continue to abstain. So I wanted to update you all on that because that has been a very popular video on my channel. And I'm like, okay, let me update you guys in how it's going for me. So we will hit the road and yeah, let's head out. Let's go to Home Goods. So we are here at Home Goods. This is my favorite one. It's humongous, and it is near a lot of other like at home stores or stores with like home departments. And it's huge. So there's a really large selection, which I wish that I would have gotten here earlier because a lot of times it's like super packed. But we will still make it happen. We'll get what we need to get done. There's like a few things that I have in mind that I want to get today. But there's not like a million things that I'm in here looking for. There's like 2 or 3 things that I want to get.
Underground. Ooh, there's a really big fan, so I don't know if the sound is messed up. But I really wanted wall art today. Like, I was hoping that I would find some wall art because my walls are so bare. So if you all have suggestions of places to find wall art, I would greatly appreciate it. I would love you for that. Yeah, I'm struggling to find something that like I really like those like splashy looking things. Like, they're pretty, they have their place, it's just not my taste. And I feel like I could do it. I'm like, I could splash some glitter and some paint on a canvas and not pay $100 for it. So yeah, if y'all learn anything about me through these vlogs, it's that I am a frugal woman. And yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't really like it. I'm just having to keep looking around. But yeah, okay, so let's go out to eat.
So this place I saw a few days ago, and it looked really cute from the outside. It is super cute. Look at those little chairs behind me. I love stuff like this. So I'm sitting outside on the patio, and I want to show you all what I got to eat. It actually, like, it looks and smells amazing. How cute is this? And the fans are giving me life right now because Texas heat is hot. But this food, like, this looks so good. So there's tons of cars going down the street. I hope you all can hear me good. But pretty much what I wanted to talk about was, oh, let me bless some food. So a lot of people ask me about like finding Christian friends, and because I move so much, I feel like I've experienced like different ways and different things, and so I just wanted to share it with other women because I know that women are strongly desiring like strong godly friendships, or they may feel very different from their friend groups. They may feel like they're growing apart from them as they grow closer to God, and so they want a group of women that they can build with. And so all kinds of tips, you all. Like right now I'm out to eat by myself, which normally I would just go inside and sit at the bar because I feel like that's more inviting, but because I'm vlogging, I decided to sit out here. But do things by yourself. If there's something that you want to do, and things that you want like to have common interests with people with, so like say for instance you like going to museums, or you like going to Bible studies, or you like going to certain restaurants, like go out and do those things. It's not just to meet a guy, you know what I mean, but you could also meet friends. So go and do those things and be like friendly while you're there. Be inviting, smile, talk to people. I know for me that wasn't like a big thing in the beginning, but I had to pray about it. I literally was like, okay, God, you're gonna have to help me in this area. I'm not like, oh my gosh, how are you? But now that's literally me, like, hey, I love your outfit, how are you? So it's good. So now that's me. But yeah, like pray about it if you're an introverted type of person. Like ask God to help you. Pray for friends. Ask God to bring people into your life. Like I've met people, oh my gosh, y'all. This is the smoked salmon. It is so good. I've met people like all kinds of ways. I mentioned before in a video that I went out to a Jonathan McReynolds concert, and I met people there just because I was friendly. Like while I was standing in line, I was talking to the people that were next to me. I was friendly, like, oh, hey, where are you all from? What invites you here? Is this your first time going to this type of concert? Like just be nice to people, and don't be afraid. A lot of times, you know, no one's gonna look at you weird or funny. Just be nice. I've also met people from social media, so be open to that too. Like, of course, like don't be too open where you're just like going to meet random like people that could be crazy. But I met an amazing girl in California. She just like contacted me over social media and was like, let's hang out, you know? And I checked her out. She seemed normal, and we're literally still friends to this day, and that was over a year ago. And I adore her. Like she just called me the other day. Church, I met a super cool girl at this I joined like this like youth group that met in, I think it was like Northern Virginia. Met her at church, and then just continually built on that friendship, and we like went out to eat. We still keep in contact to this day. So I mean, just be open to meeting people in different places, and it's different when you're grown and you're out of school, or maybe you don't job with the people that you work with every day and you want to meet people outside of those circles. Like you literally have to put effort forward. So like don't just lock yourself in the apartment. When you go outside, be open to meeting people, and it'll happen. And definitely pair that with prayer and let God know what you're struggling with, and ask God like, hey, I would love to be surrounded by this type of women. There are lots of like Christian groups that people have started. Just look things up. Small groups at church. There's like multiple ways to find good Christian women. So get out of your comfort zone. Go out by yourself. If your church doesn't have the small groups, join a small group at another church. You can still go to your church on Sundays. So I would say start there. Another big thing that I wanted to talk to you all about, it's just like, what do I do daily? Which this is kind of like right now I'm in a space where literally almost every minute of my days are planned. Like, because I have so much on my plate with school, with work, with trying to see a new city. Like, that's not even been a priority really. It's pretty much just been like school, work, and studying. So I'm like always writing a paper, always reading a book. So yeah, that's kind of my life right now. But I mean, there are so many things that you can do. For me, I was like in the club all the time before I got saved, and I was like, that's not the place for me no more. But there are still things like there's museums, there's events, there's gardens, like botanical gardens.
there's all types of things. There are like art events where you can learn a new skill, learn how to paint, go to a cooking class, like, you know, just better yourself. So there's so many activities. I looked at Eventbrite, and I would just find things to do in cities on Eventbrite. And there's like a Christian or religious or spiritual tab. I can't remember what it's called because I haven't done it in so long because a lot of things stopped with the pandemic. But there's a tab on there for us. So go and look at that tab and see what events are going on in your city, and don't be afraid to go. So, like I said, just really a big thing is just don't be afraid to do things by yourself, because you'll meet people that way, and even if you don't, you get to gain experiences. So, and then lastly, celibacy. Am I still celibate? What's going on with that? I am 110% still celibate. My journey is not perfect. I think one like big distinction between like Christians and non-Christians, like, you know how people say living in sin? I heard one of my favorite YouTubers say this, and he actually is an alumni of the school that I'm going to. But he was explaining that like when you're living in sin, you're comfortable with it. You don't feel any convictions. Like, you're just like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to lead my own life, and I don't care what God says about it. But when you're a Christian and you like fall or stumble into sin, you don't feel comfortable. You feel very convicted. And that's me. Like, if I make a mistake in my celibacy journey, I'm like, oh my God, I got to get back on track. Like, I feel terrible about this, and I don't feel comfortable continuing to do this, you know? So my journey has not been without spot or wrinkle, but that's okay. And I know that it's okay to start over. It's easy right now because I haven't been seeing anybody. I've been single, like not talking to nobody for a minute. So it's super easy. Well, I wouldn't say super easy. I don't know. I go through these periods where like I'm completely okay with being single. I'm content. I don't even think about it. And then I go through seasons where I'm like, all right, God, what's taking you so long? But that used to be like more frequent. For some reason right now, I'm just so okay. Like, I think it's because I'm just like in full alignment. I'm so focused on God and learning His Word, of course, like with seminary school. And I'm so content with where I'm at right now. I don't know. It's an amazing feeling. But yeah, so like I said in the beginning of this video, some people are like, oh, celibacy, and then some people say abstinence, and they do have two different meanings. Celibacy is like you dedicating the rest of your life, like, I'm not even gonna get married, I'm not gonna pursue marriage, I'm not having sex. Abstinence is like more of a time period, so it's like I'm abstaining from sex until I get married, which is technically what I'm doing, because I do have a desire to someday get married. Right now, that desire is contained, thank God, because there was a time period where I could not think about it. Or like, when is it going to happen? When am I going to meet somebody? Everywhere that I was going, I was like, this could be the place. This could be the time. I was so focused on meeting someone. It was almost an obsession. It was kind of sick. But now I feel okay. And I'm like, it's not up to me whether or not I get married. It really isn't. But it's up to God. And His plan for my life. And my prayer is that I'm okay with His plan for my life. And so we'll see how it turns out. Like I said, like, I desire to be married. I see all of the wonderful things that can come from marriage and my partnership with someone who loves God as much as I do. But I don't know. I'm just in a place where, like, I'm just so content right now. It's the weirdest thing. Because I used to watch all these YouTube videos. Oh my gosh. I used to watch these videos, y'all, and they would convict me so much, because people would say, like, when you're not looking is when you find somebody. And so then I would try to convince myself that I wasn't looking, and I would actually feel okay for a few months, and then I would spiral back into, but I am looking. I don't know. Other people's journeys, that I was like hesitant about making this video because I don't want people to look at my journey and compare it to their own, because everyone's journey is going to be different. I would feel bad about people who are like, I never did anything. I never held my husband's hand. We were perfect in the eyes of God until we got married. I don't know, like just all those. And I'm like, everyone's journey is just not going to be the same. So I want to put that out there too. What God has for someone, the time frame that he has for someone may not be your time frame. Your vision may not, come into fruition the way that someone else's vision has. Like, we just literally have to pray to be okay with whatever God has for us. And wake up every single day and strive to be in alignment and strive to be obedient to him. So I just take it day by day. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now with that. Ooh, this was so good. So good. So I'm gonna finish eating this and then we'll go home. We'll go home and put up a few things that we bought from Home Goods. So just got back home and I want to see if this actually matches the bedroom suit. I tried to get, like, I don't know if y'all can see, but this gray, it's like, has tones of beige in it too. Like, it's like a grayish beige. And so are the lamps. But I got it that way because the big pillows on my bed kind of have, like, if you can see, they have like a grayish beige look to them. They could be darker. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's way lighter. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. And then the lamps. It's gonna be sitting to the side of the bed, so it won't matter if it is like super duper close or not. The lamp low-key looks silver. I don't know. I might not even. I'm gonna actually put all this stuff on the bed and see what it looks like all together. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. Sorry that I was late on releasing this vlog, but make sure that you go ahead and you subscribe to my channel, because next week, instead of uploading a vlog, I heard you all loud and clear on the poll that I put up. We want Bible studies, right? I'm completely cool with that. I'm actually super excited that people want that, because I think it's just so valuable that we have this book that God has given us to instruct us. I think it's vital that people actually pick up the book and read it, and that they're able to understand it. So yeah, I want to put out a video on how I study the Bible before I actually jump into Bible studies with you all. Because what if you don't want to go along with me? Or, what if when we're finished doing these Bible studies, there's a passage that you want to look at deeply on your own? And so I think building that firm, strong foundation first is very, very imperative. So I am looking over my seminary books right now. I have a few books: How to Read the Bible, How to Study the Bible Like a Seminarian, so I want to go through those books, and then also just give you all the tips that I have learned throughout the years that have helped me to better understand. So that will be the next video, how to study your Bible. So make sure that you subscribe so that you do not miss that one. And so thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next week.